So, hello everyone. Some of you might already know that Origin Fractal was officially launched in 2008. In the last 3 years, Origin Fractal has won several awards, including NASSCOM, Brandon Hall, Best Learning Technology Project by Learning Technologies, Watchlist Company in the LXP category by TrainingIndustry.com, among others. In these 3 years, Origin Fractal has evolved and added various new features and capabilities. Recently, Origin Fractal added an additional layer of security with ISO 27001 certification. Today, we'll talk about what this means to Origin Fractal customers and the days ahead. Please join me in welcoming Shan, Product Owner, VP of Technology, and Chief Information Security Officer at Origin Learning. Thank you, Shan, for joining us today.
Thank you, Sajin. Thanks for that introduction. So I'm happy to join with you today to talk about Origin Fractal LXP's journey and our journey regarding ISO 27001. So I'm happy to join with you today. Let's go ahead.
Once again, congratulations on the recent ISO 27001 certification.
Thank you so much.
So let's start with answering why ISO 27001. What does it mean for Origin Fractal customers, employees? Let's just talk about why ISO 27001.
So for those who are not familiar with this term ISO 27001, ISO 27001 is about information security. So like we used to have quality management, and there is an ISO standard for that. This is how do you manage information security in an organization. So this is a standard. I mean, if you look at the history 5-10 years ago, this is meant for data centers where a lot of data is handled, customer data is handled, and this is meant for banking sector, insurance sector. But what happened is recently, this is becoming a basic requirement because every company, even a small startup who's having a product, may be dealing with a lot of data of their customers. We are collecting customers' personal information. Sometimes we are dealing with their business information. So this is becoming more and more like a necessity for a lot of organizations. So when it comes to Origin Fractal itself, though we are only 3 years old, a lot of activity that is going on the engineering front, and we are acquiring customers. What we realize is we need to build this information security as a culture in the organization. So that's the reason why we wanted to go with this in the first place. So ISO 27000 is a well-known standard across the globe. So getting ourselves certified against that standard will give us the confidence to our customers. But there are so many other certifications that we can always go for. For all that, we need to set up an information security management system in our organization. So if you ask me, that is what we have achieved. ISO 27001 certification is only at the end we have got it. But setting up that ISMS is the key activity that we have done in the past year.
So that's actually a very important point that you are making, Shan, that in terms of setting up the infrastructure which ensures security. And at this point, I want to actually talk about, could you take us through the journey from concept to certification?
Yeah. So Origin Learning as an organization, we are dealing with customers, Fortune 100 customers who are big names in the Bay Area, and they are companies who are dealing with high-tech cloud-based products. So we have a basic need from the beginning to adhere to minimum requirements of information security because these customers expect that as a hygiene factor. So we are very conscious about this part, and we are we have done from 2012 onwards. Every year we are doing vulnerability assessment. We call a third-party consultant, and they will come into Origin Learning systems, our IT systems, and after sometimes all our servers and products, everything they certify technically that they are secure. And we get a certificate for that to boost the confidence of our customers, and some customers even ask for it. But of late, we see that requirement is becoming more and more frequent, and a lot of customers would want us to adhere to certain level of standards when it comes to information security. So, and along with that, Origin Fractal's vision that we want to approach and we want to grow that grow the customers. That is when we decided that we need to go for an information security management system, especially the design and development of Origin Fractal system. So we started with the gap analysis. We engaged with a consultant who's very experienced, who also helped us in the past on the vulnerability assessment. So they used to recommend go for ISMS. You will have the necessary basic security built in your organization. But yeah, there is no business case at that point in time. But at some point, we called them back. So they helped us set up. They came in, did a complete study of our current level of information security practices and what is needed for ISO 27001. And we had done a gap analysis. This was done early 2020. And then we identified what needs to be done. And then we need to do a risk assessment. The risk assessment is basically identify all your critical assets and list down. It is more of a brainstorming exercise. Various team members had to come together and decide what is our critical asset and what kind of risk, what kind of threat there is for that asset. And then put in action plans for each one of those. And we also prioritize the risks because you don't want to work on all of them, because you have to work on the high impact ones. And ISMS, the process warrants for work on the most important risks. So we have done that, and each team then they went ahead and implemented all these controls. So the controls are basically for each one of the risk identified, what we put in as a process, which will mitigate that particular risk. That is what is called a control. So there are 114 controls involved when it comes to ISMS. So we addressed all of those controls. The challenge that we had was while we are doing it, the COVID happened, and whatever the information security landscape which was there, it had totally changed between what it was earlier, and as we are going through the process, the entire thing changed. So that made us to stop a little bit and analyze what has changed, because people are no longer coming into offices. So all the physical security parameters that we were analyzing was no longer valid, and we had to go for newer tools and technologies. But in a way, we kind of analyzed it, and by the November 2020 is when we finished all the documentation and procedures and rolled out the system for the employees. That is a critical part. That is when we announce to the audience that we are ready for ISMS, and this is the ISMS system that we are rolling out. And we are, after 1 month from then on, we rolled out a security awareness course for all the team members, which will give you basics of information security, do's and don'ts of information security, which will prepare the employees for this ISMS. Then we had to wait for 3-4 months to gather evidence. And then we were ready somewhere in April. We had a stage 1 audit, which will be done by a certifying body, a third-party entity. So they will come and first certify that you have the necessary documentation in place. Then after that, they also recommended that your process is also in place, so you're ready for stage 2. But we still, took couple of months to, there are areas of improvement and opportunities for improvement. So we went and worked on those things. And towards end of June, we went for the stage 2 audit. That is when we got the actual certification done. And we didn't have any, single non-conformity. Everything is, as per the standard. In fact, no opportunities for improvement as well. There are a couple of minor observations and mostly appreciation. So it was very successful journey in that way. So now that this is the overall journey, so we have the certification in hand. Now we need to look at next steps, what to do.
Sure. So that's a long way, right? I mean, there was a lot of work. So that begs the question, what prompted into you thinking, or the organization thinking, the need of ISO 27001? Why now?
Right. Sure. So as I was already mentioned, there are customer requests asking, what kind of processes and systems you're having in your organization. It is not only happening in the product side, even when we are, responding to RFPs and customers are asking information about our organization. We are seeing everybody, almost in every case, we get a questionnaire about you need to fill in what kind of information security practices that you are having. So on top of it, some of the customers we are already working with, when we went and approached, are you interested in Fractal? These are all the features. Then they said, we love all these features, and which is much more than what we are already having. But there is a problem. Our IT department has certain basic parameters. One of them is, the products that we are dealing with should be certified for information security. And we heard this from a few customers, and then we realized, okay, this is something that is a basic necessity. So then we started, having discussions internally, and we realized it is worth an investment. And by doing this early, it is much more easier than doing it after you establish a lot of processes. So we wanted to go about doing this. So that's how it started. And I think looking back now, we realize we made a very smart choice, because this is not only implementing a standard or process, it streamlined a lot of internal engineering practices. Our support functions are much more robust now. We are able to support our employees in a much better way. So there are benefits that we have seen, which we never foreseen at the beginning of the stage. We were all thinking that we are taking something additional. We need to do it for the sake of getting a certification, but that's not the case now. All the stakeholders are realizing it is much more beneficial than what we thought earlier.
Yeah, that's a very important point, that you spoke about right now, in terms of having a robust infrastructure in place. But can you give us some examples in terms of what has changed in the way you operate, from a data protection perspective, or security risk, identifying, eliminating threats? What has changed in the way you operate?
Okay. So before, we started this process. The whole idea is about, how a typical product organization works. We had, procedures, policies, not policies, but we have established processes for our engineering, quality, and all that. But the idea is to get features out as fast as possible, so that we can build the product in a much faster way. Probably we were taking some shortcuts and all that, but as long as it works well, we were doing it. But this particular exercise that we did made us to relook at our entire operation. and the support functions to look at what is the gap and where are all the issues. It's not only in terms of security; it's also in terms of the entire process needs to be relooked at and studied in order to understand where things can go wrong. So it is an entire fact-finding mission, and the entire team is involved. Otherwise, we wouldn't have convinced them to stop their work and relook at the process. That itself is a task. So you go and talk to a team member, ask them to relook at the way they are doing things. The first question is, do you want the release happen tomorrow, or you want me to look at it? So this ISMS initiative made that as a mandate rather than an option. So that basically gave them the opportunity to stop doing things and analyzing how they are doing it. So in the process, they have identified a lot of things that they improvised on. They came up with one example I can give you is there is a rate card that they put in place for every sprint. So the product release happens in sprints. So end of every sprint, the entire team comes together and discuss what went well, what didn't go well, and each of the the stories that they took up for development, they will mark as red, green, amber kind of a thing, based on whether it passed through all the necessary steps. So now we are seeing the people are also involved in making sure things are happening in a more organized way. I think this is a good example of how things got improved in the name of security. What they have done here as a process improvement has nothing to do with ISMS. It's not an ISMS document, but because they have done it, they identified there is a need to do something like this. So that's what I think as a benefit that we achieved through this process.
Now, having benefited from ISMS, ISO 27001, how does the roadmap look? Are you planning to add more such layers for compliance and security?
Yes. One of the things we realized when we finished or achieved the certification is that this entire journey is just beginning. Because what we have done is what they call as initial assessment. So now we have the process in place. The biggest challenge is you always have that push when you do it for the first time. Everybody is thrilled. Myself is thrilled. I will push the people. So we got the certificate. Now what? That's the question that we all will have. But we have a lot more to do. The simple reason is because the entire landscape is changing. Because as I said, when we started this process, there was no COVID, there was no pandemic, it was nowhere in the scene. But as we go through the process, there is something called as COVID, and it disrupts the entire workplace culture, people's mindset, how people are hired, how people work, how the data is accessed. Now I think we need to go back and review our assessment itself. So that is a big task. And once we do that, we also need to put in controls in place, because the next audit, when it happens, this will come to the center stage. So it is a never-ending journey, is what I think. But in terms of certification, from the beginning, we have plans to go for SOC 2. So we have already initiated the process. So SOC 2, there are two levels. So there is level 1 and level 2. Level 1 is something we can ask our partner to give. That is perfectly accepted. So they will give that. These people have the necessary process in place. And level 2 is something we are aiming at. But as I said, all these are only, I would say, somebody is coming and validating that we have the process. But continuing to maintain this process is something as a team we have to do. We are now putting things in place. We are training our internal team members to become information security auditors, so that we don't have to depend on consultants or external people anymore, so that this becomes a culture. And we have There are other areas that we can brought in into the information security scope. That is also a separate activity that we can think about. So there are a lot of activities. Yeah, you will hear from us more.
Sure. I think we spoke a lot about ISO 27000 journey and what it means for the customers, employees, and process improvement. But do you want to take this as an opportunity to talk about Fractal and the roadmap ahead?
Sure. So when we say Fractal, the last 3 years, we have been working on very important and features that must be there, and we made sure they are developed and functioning as expected, and listen to the customers, existing customers, make sure all their immediate needs are addressed. So what we are doing currently is there are 2 areas we are working on majorly, and there are multiple features in each of these areas. One is empowering learners. So the learn LXP, the experience platform, it revolves around the learner's experience and what kind of tools we are giving on their hands, and how they are using it, how we make sure that they know that these tools exist. All that is part of the design and engineering activity. So what we are doing now is we are developing more and more tools for them to apart from going through the content, what else they can do. They can collaborate with other learners, they can collaborate with instructors, they can do assessments, they can do projects. So there are multiple ways the learning can be made complete. The other thing we are currently working on is bringing in an ability to create their own playlists. This is also something that we believe is very, very essential. So that is what we are working on. And we are having a lot of similar functionalities for empowering the learners. The other area that we are focusing is integrations. So a learning experience platform is not something that will contain everything, or it's not a self-containing system. It expects other systems to provide users, content, and then the functionalities. So this will become a central hub that will integrate all these things together. So we are currently focusing on building more and more integrations with single sign-on systems, user logins, especially third-party content. So we are building a framework for adding more third-party content providers content, and it will available within Fractal so that somebody can go subscribe to a third-party content provider's license, and then they can use Fractal to combine 5-6 such content sources and their internal course. Then they can build learning paths, curriculums, and courses using all those. So this is what our immediate exercise that we are currently doing. And going forward, I think we will add such tools, because integrations it's a never-ending story. Every day you are having newer tools coming out, but we are making sure Fractal is ready for anything that comes in future by making it API based. It is flexible enough so that any third-party system can be integrated. So these are some of the things we are working on currently.
Thanks for that. Thanks for sharing that vision in a pretty detailed way. And thank you, Shan, for your time. Wish you all the very best, and hope to see more accolades and recognition for Fractal in the future.
Thank you, Sajid. Thanks for having me today, and thanks for your time.